Alright, let's move on to breakouts. I've beaten this dead horse quite a few times, but it's one of the most important team skills. Let's just show you this diagram here, and I want you guys to really think about this diagram and to save it in your head somewhere every time you're playing. Remember this trapezoid. In hockey, you're always going to have 6 different options. I'm here to tell you how to become an option, what are these options, and to guide you into making the best option or the second best one. That is the key. Now, whenever we break out, we should only be making 5 to 10 foot passes. We don't need to make 20-foot passes. We're screwing these up. We'll worry about the 20-foot passes later. We can do those occasionally, but we just gotta make a couple short passes. That's really what we're trying to do. So you want to be 5 to 10 feet away. You don't want to be way far from each other. Now the next thing, there are 3 important roles to fill. And technically there'll be a 4th one when we have the center, but his gonna be the last on the priority list. First option, okay, well, our D's gonna get the puck. Now I don't want you guys to worry about am I a defenseman or am I a forward. No, I want you to really think about there's 3 roles to fill. The most important role to fill is this D to D pass. D to D support, I should say. Doesn't have to be a pass, but D to D support. It's either going to be here, sometimes in front of the net if he goes behind the net. Either way, number 1 priority, D to D support. If you don't see anyone filling that role, then you go and fill that role. Now the next 2 roles is to get on the board. You don't see anyone fill that role, go fill that role, no matter what position you're playing. If you see one of your teammates filling one of these roles, you have to go and find another one. Go find a separate one. Right. Lastly, we have the center role. This one's a little bit tougher, especially for you newer players. You cannot cough this pass up, and you have to understand a lot more about timing. So this one's a little bit difficult. I don't want you to worry too much about the center role. So if you see both boards are taken, what I want you to do, just take another board and stay a little bit higher. All right, once you see your winger there, stay a little bit higher. Just stay from that 5 to 10 foot distance from each other. I want you guys to imprint this into your brains. All right, every time you play, this is what you should kind of picture. Okay, and how to set this up. So let's go ahead and go on to the clips. Alright, first, see Card get the puck. Alright, needs D support. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Matthias playing the center role. Okay, I wish you were a little bit behind and you started picking up speed as it went to Nolan. But that's okay. And you see Nolan, I'm not sure if you rimmed it. Excuse me. I'm not sure if you missed it or tried to rim it, but if you did try to rim it, that's good. Trying to get it to max. Good execution. Poor execution, but right idea. Okay, good positioning here. The one thing I want to say is Hancock. I feel like we're just using the first option we see. If we see everybody here, Frigo is wide open by himself on the other board. Perhaps use that option. Okay. Remember, you got both these options. You have usually 3 or 4. Use the best one. Next, we see Matthias get the puck first. Don't worry about your position. You get that puck, you're a defenseman. D to D. Nolan, great setup. Alright, you see Hancock playing a nice center role here. Board. Good positioning again. Now again, Nolan, you don't want to do it blind, right? You want to make sure he's there. Perhaps rim it in this case. And you can throw it to the other winger too. If you feel there's a little bit of pressure, Max is not wide open, you can throw it to Frigo. You see Hancock trying to play a center role. But the one thing I want to say, this is, again, not great execution, but great positioning. The one thing I want to say is, Matthias, you gave that first D to D pass, you got to hang back. This is where you can't think about your position, right? Your starting position. See, and that's why they have a 2-on-1 here, with Frigo helping out. Alright, out of the offensive zone, turns into a neutral zone breakout. Now, first reaction on the wing. Go to a board, not down the middle. Board. And here, Mason makes the line change anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But his first reaction was just skating up the middle instead of the board. Now next, Connor, when you get the puck, okay, you should know you have your D to D option. And we need to stagger, so that means it's here. Matthew, you need to be lower in case he makes a bad pass. And this one was not the cleanest. Bit of a slow backhand pass. Okay, let's try to avoid that backhand pass. Okay, but after you pass it, instead of rolling up, I see this a lot even from my older team. You need to go back. After you pass it up, you need to make sure you cover him in case he coughs it, if he mishandles it, whatever. You don't roll up. You can occasionally, but for the most part, stagger back. Alright. Start from here. First, Max, don't one-touch pass these, please. Stop the puck. You got your D to D support. No need to throw it in traffic. I'm sorry, I'm going to skip it to here. Okay, good. It's right here. Alright, positioning's decent. D to D, maybe a little bit closer to him. 5 to 10 foot passes. Short passes, guys. Make it a little bit closer. Matthias is on the board. Ben, this is where you see somebody on that board. I was talking about, hey, just go to the board higher then. Alright, Max is going to that board. Good positioning, not the greatest breakout execution here. This is where, Matthias, you're skilled enough to where when we have time, inside a reverse pivot, as opposed to going to the board and stopping. This is where you want to get the pass with speed. We're also missing these passes, so if we keep screwing these tape to tape, just rim it on the board. As you see here, it's not the best pass. And that's why it took time to get it to Ben. So good positioning. Not the cleanest execution, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to keep playing it. Okay, so here, yeah, I'm gonna run this for a bit. Bit of scary. I don't know if that's a blind pass. Again, try to have your head up before that. Okay, that one was blind. Usually you're pretty good about giving it to your D partner behind you. Carter's back there, so that's probably a better option there. Alright, so we're going to have another breakout chance, I believe. I'll just go ahead and keep running this here. Alright. So it's very similar to the other one, right? You got D to D, but our forward's not there yet. It's going to take a little bit of time because we just took the puck back. So it's important to know your options. You made that D to D, probably didn't have to. Alright, and the best option probably would have been that Ben on that side, yeah. So just throw it to Ben instead. But once you make that D to D, Carter, you can play the center role. Oh, but you guys kind of switched it, right? Same thing as a clip. Just stay back there. You made a D to D pass, your D. Here, Connor, this is where I always feel like you don't have quite a plan. You're just thinking on the seat of your pants. So you get the puck here. Picture, this is what Nolan does well. Picture where everyone's supposed to be. And then see if they're there. The first step, though, is to evade this forechecker. And you know he's good. Nolan Boise. You know he's a good player. So you don't want to play around too much. Get the puck, then go behind the net. And use that net as a shield. So you're kind of weaving back and forth. And so it confuses everyone else. They're not sure where to be either. So when you see your D partner do that, it's hard to mirror. So that's not the worst position being there. In this case, Mason, remember, you need a D to D pass. 5 to 10 foot passes, guys. So instead of here, I know you're a winger in this game, but just go down here. The other D's over here, then just go down. Someone has to fill this D to D support role. Alright, so sorry. I think glitched out a little bit there. But so Connor finally passes there. Okay. Could have passed it earlier, but that's alright. Matthew, as soon as you get this puck, headman. Right there. Headman. Automatic. Headman the puck. We don't need to skate with it. And then finally pass it last minute. Right? That kind of screwed him up because I think Victor had to slow down at the blue line too. Headman the puck. So I'm going to go ahead and play. Oh, sorry. Wrong clip. Right, I'm going to keep playing from here. This is the long one. Alright. First... This is we have a power play, so you see 4 white jerseys there. That's where you guys are giving a bit too big of a gap. Scoot way up. If they're up there, then you should probably be around this area. Close that gap. You see Connor, you're already skating back, and you probably... It doesn't make sense that Mason got him before you, but he did. Angling's a little bit off, but good enough. Alright, to get the puck up. D to D option. Your D to D support is there. Give it to him. So I feel like you're thinking on your feet. Oh, I don't see anything. Alright, throw it out. So we just gave the other team the puck. Your number one option was the D to D, and he was there. So that was probably the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to keep playing it. Like I said, there were lots to say about this one. Alright, so I saw Hancock do a quick shoulder check. So you see Ben in the right position, then give it to him. Once you see him go there, D, you're not going to be in front of it. You need to mirror. He needs the D to D pass. So you want to mirror. You want to start going in front of net once if Hancock skated the puck behind the net, then you might retreat right here. Or you could go off a little bit to the side. In this case, he needs the DD support right away. Now, your best option was to just give it to Ben right here. But I will say, this is actually a somewhat brilliant pass, if that's what you were intending to do. But he threw it soft to where Connor was supposed to be, and then he threw it soft enough just so he can catch the puck, but hard enough so the other team can't just take it. So that was actually a very good pass. Alright, so you look up right when you get the puck. You should be looking to pass, not stick handing 3 or 4 times. You look up to pass. 1, 2 crystal clear options. Alright, but you do not headman. Still can headman. Too late now. Right, and I will say with the other forwards, if he doesn't headman, just go offside. Make him headman so you don't have to slow down. First of all, yeah, you don't need to put your hand up. Just go and take the puck from him. Right, you're usually going to put your hand up and body them when they're going full speed towards you. Alright. Max, I noticed you do this a lot too. You stick handle a lot before you pass it. Just give it to Matthias now. Now. Oh, too late. With that, now you gotta reverse it. Okay. Hold on, let's go back right here. So this is a little bit confusing. Right? But we got our D to D rules set here. So we got a D here, and Max is kind of playing the de facto D here. Connor, this is what you gotta think. I gotta fill a role. Which role? Get to a board, perhaps. Alright. So you messed it up there. Throw to Hancock. So this is why I know you would be far from the play, but this is exactly why you're supposed to be on the board. Because now Hancock could just thrown it to you, and you'd be wide open. Matthias, once he throws it back, too far. That's why we're supposed to swing low. Stay in this area. Originally you followed and then you just kind of went out, but once he threw it backward, this is where you guys cut back now. Alright, and so unfortunately Connor now went for a change, so he can't take that option anymore. Back to Max. And Max, this is where you gotta understand your options. You're looking here and thinking, oh shoot, well, why Georgie's coming right in my face, then and you threw it back. Well, Ben's in the perfect spot, and don't be afraid to be vocal, Ben. Tell him board. As soon as Hancock passed it to you, in your head, you want to know. All right, I already know I have the board. Boom, and you just kind of throw it along that board, and we would have had a clean breakout. Again, a bit far, Matthias. Let's 5 to 10 foot passes, short passes. And then there's just one more thing I want to say about this part. So we eventually get it out. Oh, and actually a few more things. So again, you have the pass back here. Okay, Nolan jumps on. Alright, now Nolan is playing D this game. He is lining up as D. Should he go after this puck? Absolutely. He is the closest one to the puck. He goes after it. Don't worry about your position. And because he forechecked, and you see Ben hustling too, Even though it was nowhere near the play, he hustles. We created a turnover because both of you guys hustled. Right? And we had almost a good chance. If we just got that pass a little bit, if we got it on, then it would have been a great chance. Now the play goes the other way. This is where you guys can't lollygag it. You've got to back check like your life depends on it. This is where you can't relax. You got 3 white jerseys, 2 black. You've got to match the numbers. And this is why it kind of turns into a 2-on-1. Right? And Matthias, I know you're faster than that. That's where you got to catch him. Okay, that was a pretty long clip, but this is important. There are a lot of different things to explain about that. All right, just a quick thing, guys. When you make a line change, just keep watching the ice because of this, okay? Again, make eye contact, all right? If it's not watching, it's the right option. He's supposed to be there, and he sort of is, but you just have to look up, make eye contact so he knows it's coming. And then he notices after. I know it's getting long, so I'll try to wrap it up with just a couple more here. So we get this breakout. What's wrong with this? D to D support, #1 priority. Right? He's not going to make that pass. It's dangerous. What if he cuts it off? You got to get behind him. What if he falls over? Get behind him. Someone. D to D support, #1 priority. So you should be marrying him. Now he's hit the brakes. Good. This is where it takes a good defenseman. They forecheck you on this side of the net. They start going this way. Then take a couple strides that way. Don't stand still. It's like a game of tag around the net. That's why we do that at the beginning of the season. Well, at least in the clinics. So evade that forechecker. That's it. Okay, good. And then again, we try to make the tape-to-tape passes, not quite there, and then it just banks to nobody. That's a tough pass to handle. Rim it then. If you can't make the tape-to-tape pass, rim it. Too far, right? We're also too far. If you're beyond these curling dots, you're definitely too far, guys. Got to be below the face-off dot. Here, we see this a lot. Card's getting pressured, so he just goes all the way back. Now he can throw it right away, but you guys have got to go to the board. He can't. He could throw it right to that UCI help, but nobody's there. Get to the board first. First guy needs to be a D to D anyway. D to D support. What if he coughs it? Someone's got to be hauling their butt back. Fast. Right. Can he still pass it? Not really. Not really. Now he has 3 guys on him. If you guys can just get open, then we're going to have a rush. He's drawing in 3 guys all by himself. Connor, let me know when he can pass to you. An opportune time. Maybe there, but 99 might pick it off. No. Dang it. Sorry, this video's getting messy. Can't pass it yet. Nope. Right. So, the time was here. You gotta go D to D. Not sheer and high. If you're going to be on the board, then at least go lower. But you got to give him D to D support. What if you coughed it? Then you got to cover the net in a hurry. Alright, last clip here is kind of a carbon copy. See Hancock go back? Probably should have threw it there. But you see no one's on the board while Hancock's going back. Well, Connor sort of is. But the priority is D to D support. Doing all this dipsy doodle. Give him a D to D pass. I mean, once you see him go back there, you want to kind of hurry back. Whether it's along the border here, but once it's down here, lower. Get much lower, either here or here. So at this point, though, you can't just stand still. There's no way he can pass it to you. Especially at this point where Alex Collins here, he has that pass covered now. And positioning is kind of bad, too. You want your butt on the board. At this point, though, Hancock, you do have pass on the board there. So talk them. Talk them, guys. Let them know. Alright. So those are all the clips. The main thing I want to get at with these breakouts. Fill one of these roles. Know your options. And 5 to 10 foot passes. Short passes are the key. We don't need to do long ones. If you're really far, you need to get closer. You need to get closer so these passes are only 5 to 10 feet. Maybe not 2 to 3 feet. Maybe you're too close. But 5 to 10. Don't need to be so far away. And if you're not 5 to 10 feet away, you're not getting that first pass. Maybe the second one, but you're not getting the first one. So just understand that. Alright, see you in the next video.